Okay, so we all have been there. We see an elite specialization that we want to get super fast, but we don't even know where to begin. And we don't want it to take forever to unlock.
Now what?
Well, buckle up, Buttercup. We're going to go over the fastest routes for you to unlock your elite specializations in Guild Wars 2. For this example, we are going to assume that you have all of the expansions available and most of the mounts, at least up into the skimmer. But because we are showing the fastest route, I will be using all available mounts to accomplish this. First, let's go ahead and talk about where we are going to get these hero points and how much we need. For each of the elite specializations, we require 250 hero points to completely unlock, which if we want all 3 elites, that means that we need 750 points before we have them all. If you try and do this in core Tyria, you'll be here forever, because each one of the hero point nodes only grant 1 hero point. Gross. No, we are going to go into the expansion zones to farm them, as they grant 10 hero points per node, meaning we only need to do 75 of them to get the complete unlock for all elite specialization. Let's start out with the easiest, and that is the Path of Fire expansion. Most of these hero points are fairly easy to take on, only having to deal with a veteran mob or channel a specific node. Starting in the Crystal Desert, head south to this node where you'll fight this Awakened and the 2 veteran mobs. Once finished, teleport back to the city of Amnoon and then head north. You'll go back to the starting zone where you found your raptor to find the next node. Careful, this mob kinda hits hard. Once completed, head east. Once you start heading east, you'll find this bottle here, which this veteran Jinn will pop out and start screaming at you. Once defeated, head east. We are going for these 4 pillars here. You'll have to attend with a dust mite mob, but after that, it's an easy unlock. Once completed, head east to this giant pyramid. Once you get to the base of the pyramid, climb all the way up to the top to find the hero point node. And then we are going to head west slightly. Next, we'll go to the Desert Highlands. From here, we are going to head east over to Prophet's Fall. This node is wrapped around on the inside of the mountain. And then once here, we defeat a Spark and then gather this node. It's very simple. After that, we head north. Now here's this bugger that punched you off. So to defeat this, I recommend backing yourself up against this wall, especially when he does his ground slam. After you defeated him, you can glide or fly over to the next node, which is right over here. If you don't have flying, you can take this path along here using the Springer Mount. Once you get over to this node, it's a simple channel, and then we fly west. We fly west a little bit, we head north up to this waterfall. The next hero point is hidden behind. Over here, we defeat some grubs, and then we move on. Now we are going to our west again, a little bit south this time. We go and deal with this ogre veteran, and once we've handled him, we head west again. After traveling all the way to the delve, we go down this little corridor, through this wall, get stuck on a rock, and then we head down this narrow path right here, where we fight another Djinn. Once defeated, we teleport back to where we just were as far as the entry of the zone, and from there we head west to the top of this little mountain. Then once here, we have to defeat this veteran Dust Twister, smack him around a little bit, and then once you're finished, then from there we teleport to Amnoon Oasis. And after that, we head east and then south. That way we can enter into the Elon Riverlands for some more hero points. From here, as soon as we come in, use your raptor to jump these 2 little pads, and then switch to your Springer to jump all the way up. After that, we enter into this room and head all the way to the back. We handle some of the mobs here and then channel this node. After that, we exit the same way we came in. If you have the Jackal, you can use this shortcut. Head on over to this veteran brand priest. He's as far east over as you can go. Once defeated, we teleport back to the initial waypoint, which is just south. Once here, we travel the desert heading west. Eventually, you'll run into this guy here. Now careful, he is a giant and will crowd control you to death. Once defeated, we head west again, as far as we can go. Once here, we find our next hero point, where we have to deal with some sand lions, handle them very easily, and then we teleport all the way back to that first waypoint that we just were at. And then we head southwest, looking for this specific waypoint here. Once we are here, we go ahead straight through it. then head northwest to these ruins. We cross this gap, and then we deal with the hero point that's right here. This Awakened. Fight him for some free hero points, and then we head southwest. We'll have to hop on our skimmer and then glide across this little sand pool, and then go deal with this rogue elementalist. Once defeated, hop on your skimmer again and glide across the water. You will need the floating mastery to get up onto this ledge for the skimmer. Once here, head all the way to the center of this island and channel this specific node. Watch out for these worms, they hit kind of hard. And then after that, we teleport to that second waypoint that we unlocked. From here, we head southeast, grab our Springer, and then climb this mountain here. You'll find the hero point node right over here, but be careful, these harpies hit hard. Once completed, then we head further south, and then we enter into the Desolation. Once here in the Desolation, we immediately head west. Once we hit as far west as we can go, then head south, and then we run into the first hero point here. Some harpies, and be careful, they hit hard. After that, we are going to head further south, using the skimmer to glide across all the sulfur wastelands. Once we've gotten farther south enough, we will discover the Ruptured Heart. The Ruptured Heart is where our next hero point is. We head east, jumping over some of these obstacles. We deal with some of the mobs that are right here, as this is a channel, and once channeled, there's some more hero points. From here, we're going to head further south, down to this particular tree over the sulfur wastelands. Deal with the giant angry plant, and then we are going to head east. We head east as far as we can go to find Joko's domain, and then we channel this node, which is in his castle. From there, we head north to go and deal with this spirit. Now be careful, this spirit does use a hammer and hits pretty hard. Once finished, we are going to head east again to hit this waypoint, and then we are going to head north. Once we get far enough north, we're going to deal with this jackal, and then we are good to go. We have unlocked our first elite specialization completely.
Yeah, boy.
What is your favorite elite specialization? Tell me down below. Okay, so now we are heading into End of Dragon zones. These tend to be slightly harder to deal with, as there are elite mobs versus veterans, which means that they are stronger than the veterans but weaker than champion level. We are going to head north to this tree right here. This is a simple channel for us to get our first hero points in Cantha. Once channeled, we're going to head northwest to the training zone right here, deal with this Jade bot, and then get some more free hero points. After that, we head slightly northwest to the top of this little mountain, channel right here to get some more free hero points. Once channeled, we are going to head north again, come over to this edge of the cliff, and then jump straight down. The next hero point is down by the water. After dealing with the elite mob here, hop onto your skimmer, and then follow the path all the way around. Once we follow this path all the way around, we jump down into this pool, then we hop on our skimmer and glide around again. After that, we go to this dock, mount up, then we head up this cliff, over this bridge, over to here, and horse around to get some more hero points. After that, we take our mount as far south as we can go to this point and deal with the mob here. Once defeated, we get a free hero point channel, and then we fly straight to this monastery across the bay. Once here, we channel this hero point after dealing with some mobs, and then we grab our Springer and then head north. We are going to climb up this mountain, up the side of June's mansion. This can be a little bit tedious, but the last hero point node on this map is at the top, very tip of this mountain. Once we get here, we are good to go. Now we are going to head into the next zone, so head north as far as you can go, and then jump into New Kaineng City. Probably saying that wrong. As soon as you get here, grab the waypoint that is just north of you, and then you are going to head southeast and try to climb this lighthouse. Once you get to the top, you channel the node here, and then you teleport back to the zone. Then you'll find this tunnel, which is just northeast of you. Once outside, climb up these stairs. and then help this guy right here with some electrical problems. After that, head right up the side of this little ramp, and then you'll find the next hero point node right in the middle. After that, we are going to head northeast to deal with this node, which is down by the water. This is a simple channel node. Then we'll follow it up with this particular node, which is just east up here, but it is on top of some buildings. After that, we are going to head into the old city, heading straight across this node, climbing up this rocky face, all the way up to the top to deal with this mob right here. He does a lot of AoE, but just mind your feet and you should be good. Channel the node, and then we're going to head south. As we head south, we run into this mob right here. This hero point is simple. The guy's a veteran necromancer and he dies very quickly. After that, we are going to head southwest all the way down to this particular node here. After we handle the mob and channel right here, our next node is going to be all the way up here on top of this building. After we handle this mob, we've gotten all the ones in this zone. Now we are heading off into Echovald Wilds. Once we are here, we go right into Arborstone and deal with this guy. After that, we head northeast to deal with this elite mob and its cronies. After the channel, we head southwest, climb up the backside of this building, deal with this mob, get the channel, and then we are good. We head even further south to go climb up this building. Now, you can't enter in the front way, so you have to be tricky. I recommend using the Springer to scale the side of the building. Once you jump in, the hero point is right here. After that, we are going to head to the junkyard and deal with this mob, and then get our channel on right here. From here, we are going to head southeast as far as we can go into this village to find this overlook. Once we get here, we channel for our free hero points, and then we are going to head west, directly west. You are going to go down onto the water, use your skimmer until you find this little cave. After you've found this little cave, you are going to dive down into the water. Find this little entrance, and then when you come up on the other side, here's your hero point node. This is the last one for this zone. After that, we have to head to Dragon's End. Once we are in here, we literally just head east and get the free channel, and then we've unlocked our next elite specialization. The Heart of Thorn champion nodes tend to be the most difficult in the game. A lot of them are champion level mobs that have 2 veteran mobs assisting them, so they can be a bit taxing, especially to a new player. So for this, I recommend either having a hero point train, which is a large group of players who join together and handle all of these mobs and lead you to where you need to go, or have a group of friends to assist you with some of the mobs. 1 to 2 extra people, it makes the mobs incredibly easy. Let's go ahead and get into it. Starting in Verdant Brink, we are going to glide down into the center of the creeping crevasse. We deal with this mob right here, which is a veteran level mob and can be soloed. After that, we teleport right back to where we just were. From there, we're going to head northwest to deal with some wyverns. Once we are here, if you have the bouncing mushroom mastery, you can utilize it to quickly scale the cliff. And then once up here, you just have to handle some of the wyverns for the free channel. After that, we are going to head southwest and we're going to glide all the way down. Now, if you have the Nulok Wallow mastery, you can instantly get here. However, it's just fun to glide down. Channel your hero point, and then from there, we are heading directly south. Once we head south, we are going to go straight for this cliffside, channel the free node, and then from here, we are going to head west. This is another one that takes us all the way down. Now, there is a Nulok Wallow that will take you there. However, again, it's pretty cool to fall and fly all the way down. This is the Abyssal Depths hero point. From there, you can teleport all the way back up and then move on to our next one, which is the Ancient Tree, located here. From here, we just glide down into the tree. I recommend taking your time with your landing, specifically because the mobs here hit really, really hard. Once we are finished with there, we are going to head north. We are going to handle one of the ones that are up in the trees. So climb up this vine located here to this particular canopy, and then crossing the gap from here. Now, if you have any flying mounts, it's trivial. However, if you want to glide, you can utilize some of the wind gusts to come over here and deal with this. This is a champion level mob with 2 add-ins, and this is one I recommend having a group. From here, we are going to head west and then south to go and deal with some robots. Once we find where this robot is and deal with this hero point, this is a champion level, so be careful. After that, we are going to head north, utilizing some of the wind gusts, or if you have a flying mount, you can fly all the way to the backside of this cliff. This is just a simple channel, but if you have the Lost Precipice Guild Hall, you can exit the Guild Hall and end up right across the way from here, and you can actually even just glide to it. It's very simple. After that, we head all the way south to deal with this froggy boy. Now, this frog hits incredibly hard, poisons, and stuns, so I recommend having a group of players to deal with it. After that, we climb up Farron's Waypoint, and then we go and find this hero point. And then we are finished in Verdant Brink. After that, we're going to go to Auric Basin and then head directly south. As we head directly south, we are going to deal with the Champion Mushroom King. Careful, he hits hard. After that, we are going to head even further south to eat some corrupted bacon. Now, mind you, I recommend if you have a friend with a jackal mount that they join you, as the barrier helps. Once finished, we are going to head south, climb up this tree, and follow this path down to defeat some ancient golems. However, be warned, they hit incredibly hard. After that, we're going to head south again, and this is one that I recommend that you have a large group of players dealing with, and that is the Champion of Balthazar. You don't necessarily have to defeat him, however, he hits incredibly hard, so be warned. After that, we are going to head west over to the Chak Hollow waypoint. Grab this waypoint, and then head directly south. You'll see this bouncing mushroom over here. You can utilize it or the Springer mount to climb up the side of this cliff. Go down the tunnel and you'll deal with a champion level Chak. After that, use the waypoint to teleport right back out to where you were. And then from there, we are going to head north. We're going to climb this waterfall located here, and then follow this all the way back. This will take us to deal with a champion level Vinetooth. He hits less hard than other mobs, but he still hits pretty hard. After that, we are going to follow the map up to this point here, and then climb this staircase right here. Careful, all the mobs in this area hit incredibly hard, and this is a champion level mob as well, so be careful. After that, we are going to head over to the Stonehead, which is right here. He can one-shot you. He's a champion level mob. Then we head north, gathering this waypoint, and then we head northeast to cross this gap. After that, use a Springer to hop up and over onto the rocky cliffs, and then you've gotten this hero point. Now, the last 2 hero points in this zone are both within the Forgotten City of Tyria. Now, if Tyria has been won, then you can enter in and gather the easy one, which is up on a cliff. The other one requires you to complete the Octavine event and then travel down into the Lost City of Tyria, which most players do every single time that they finish that meta. That is the only one that is required to do. However, the Octavine happens multiple times a day. After that, teleport to Chak Hollow down in the southeast, and then we are going into the Tangled Depths for our last 3. From here, we are going to go straight towards this waterfall, using our Springer to climb all the way up, and then gather the hero point. After that, we are going to dive down into the opening below, and then keep going lower and lower until we get to this point, where you see these mushrooms. Then we're going to move down this hallway and make the first right to the champion level troll mob. Again, requires friends. After that, we are going to head as far south as we can go into this particular waypoint. And then from here, we are going to head northeast. Once we get up to here, we are looking for this gap right here. Jump over here, and then fall into the water. Swim all the way down and gather this crystal. You need this crystal to cross this gap, because if you don't, you will get eaten alive. Once on the other side, you've found the final hero point, and that should unlock your last elite specialization. Now, again, this is on a solo basis. You can still collect all of the hero points in any given zone to give yourself a bit of headway as you go into the others. But just know that there is no one right way to get your hero points on lock. You can also even utilize the Jade testimonials that you can get, for example, from World vs. World. By playing that game mode, you can unlock your elite specializations without ever having to step into any of those particular zones. So keep that in mind. If you want to find out how to level your alt incredibly fast, click this video here. Stay caffeinated, folks.